Well, sometimes bad things happen. While running the tractor, the shaft fell out with his U-joint. This is the part that fell out. While running, we heard a noise underneath, and this happened to be it. Now the first thing that's got to come off is this cover here. I'll try to put some light on it too. Maybe you can see it better. But this right here is a 10mm. And then I already had it loosened. There is a spline here with a hole drilled through it. And that looks like it will align with this. First thing I'm going to do is to make sure that the spline will go on to how far it needs to go. The inside of this one looks a little rough. Hopefully I don't need a new one, but it's very possible. As I'm looking at it, this spline looks good. This one here, a little bit beat up. But it still went on easy, maybe too easy. A little bit of slop in it. I'm debating here on whether to get a whole new knuckle because it will have a new spline. This one looks pretty chewed up. I think that's what I'll end up and do, is probably purchase this whole knuckle here. I don't know whether you can see it on the camera, but I'll take a picture of it. You can see where it's banged up. I'll go underneath and check the other one. So I'm going to put this back on here so I don't lose it. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up because I know I can still drive it around in two-wheel drive if I need to. Okay, here's the other knuckle of the universal, and it looks pretty good inside there. I'm going to make sure this fits in okay, and then I'll know about what parts I need. Now it does. It fits in there fine. I don't see no problem with putting this back together like this. I just got to get a new knuckle and a new pin. I just don't want to put bad splines back into this one while this one's still good, because it'll end out and ruin it. So now it's just to do the store. Now this is held in with a pin here that goes through the shaft on this end. This will go in like this. I'm not sure how this, and I'm not sure how these are. They must have had rigged up a cover for it at one time. There's already a cover on it, on the front end of it. I'll have to take it off to put it in. Okay, here I am. I have taken the cover off. I'll have to put that back on it before I actually put the shaft on. As you see, it kind of goes up to this angle, and up here is the other U-joint for it. It's right there. There it is. You see it's directly underneath. Hopefully it slides up there pretty good. We put it in. Here's the shaft. The biggest thing will be to align this hole on this shaft. You see the green there, with the hole in this shaft here, so I can put the pin in. Hopefully you can see it right there. Oh, there it is. Right there's the hole. It's actually where the shaft's going to go in. That's going to be the hardest part of this whole thing. Somehow I lost the footage, but first we had to slide into this top spline. It went in fairly easy. It has to go beyond a little bit so you have enough room to get the other spline started. Went on a little too far there. It went on, but I don't see the hole. Certainly don't want to smack shit too much, do I? Might have to get in there and see if I can pry it back a little bit. Oh!
Well, it pried back, didn't it? Came a whole way off. Oh, there we go. Now we want to go easy that time. I got a punch. I'll put a punch in there to see if the punch helps me line it up. First thing I'm going to do is put this long punch in here and try to line it up somewhat here. I don't know where it is. Come out. Come out. There it is, right there. There it is. This one here is a little bit bigger around, and it's actually the right size. So I'll put it in, hold it there, and that way I can put the pin up. There we go. This, I think, I'll show you why. I think those were on there was to hold that still, I think. Okay. Let me get my new pin. Right here is the new pin, and I'll put it in, coming the other direction. That way I push that pin out as I go in there. There we go. Bingo, there it is. Okay. And it takes a washer. Might put it a little bit up so the washer doesn't fall off. And then it takes a cotter key. Now, unfortunately, John Deere didn't have any of the cotter keys in stock, and this one is just kind of almost too big, but it's gonna fit. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Good. I'll bend that one over. So it doesn't fall out on me. We certainly don't want it to fall out. I don't have my needle nose with me. Now, if you notice, I forgot to put the cover on next, so I had to take this all back apart. It was easy to take apart. Same procedure, just take it back, put the pin in, put in a new cotter key, obviously, after I bent that one up. So don't forget to put the cover on, but we got it on. Let's tighten the cover up. Could have probably bought a new cover for this. This one's a little bit banged up. But you know what? This whole machine's banged up. And I'm just going to put some, I'm going to put a cable tie around it to help hold it. It seemed like it was holding it good before I even had that on. Now maybe I'll wait and tighten that up after I get a couple cable ties on tight. All right, that change went fairly well. That was an easy fix, which I'm awfully glad, and not too expensive. I mean, I am going to go ahead and change the oil in this and do it a good grease job while I'm at it. There's no sense in not taking advantage of the time. I was at the Kubota dealer, so I went ahead and got an oil filter and oil and everything. Which I know you don't have to buy the 10W30 Kubota oil, but I was there, and it's not that much more expensive, so I went ahead and just purchased it. And I'll put it in too, and we'll do a real quick oil change and a grease. Okay, like any oil change, the first thing you need to do is drain the oil. There's the oil pan, kind of right in between the two front tires. Set up this tripod there. And this is a 14mm wrench. And we're going to put it on there. Now the oil seems to be really dirty, but this is a diesel engine, and it seems like oil always gets dirty. This is my yearly change. I just thought I'd take the opportunity to do it while I was sitting up here. It's actually in my son's house. I loaned it to him a few weeks ago. He had to dig a trench and stuff like that for a new gas line and things. So I do loan this out to family. I've done quite a bit of work for family and some work for neighbors too. So there's no sense in, and I don't charge anything. I do it because I used to be a good neighbor and a good family member. And I'm blessed enough to be able to have one. Even though this is only its second breakdown in the 4 years I've had it. And that was, I mean, breakdowns happen, you know, especially on older machines. It's not perfect. It leaks a little oil. But it does do the job, so I'm going to continue to work it. I do like it, and I certainly am not going to get it.
Now, what's an oil change without a good grease? I probably should grease this a little more than I did. This is only the, well, actually, it's the first time I greased it this year. I greased it late last year, and this is the first time this year. Probably should have got one in on the spring before I started using it. There is a lot of grease fittings around it, more so in the backhoe than what there is in the front bucket. I actually ran out of grease, and so I'll have to finish the greasing once I get some more grease. Same problem with the oil filter as in the lawnmower I did a couple weeks ago. I just couldn't get my hands on it. I had to get a wrench on it to get it started. I also took out the air filter and blew it out a little bit with my little portable air compressor. It worked okay on that. It's better for tires. You have to lift the bucket up to get a couple grease fittings.
Well, the four-wheel drive's fixed. That was the important thing. That went really a lot easier than I expected. The pins fit right in. Everything went easy on that. I'm really surprised and pleased. While I had the opportunity, like I said before, I quickly went through the oil changes. I quickly greased it. I pumped up the tires. I also blew out my air filter. I did miss a couple fittings and I'm out of grease. I need to buy another grease tube. I'll do that and then just grease them up next time I come up here. My son still wants to use this for a while. I also pumped up the tires. You've seen me use my little pump up from Ed and Wolf. That's a nice little gadget. I use that all the time. So it's a plug-in for them. I am pleased with the way it runs. I mean, I charge it once. The charge lasts a long time, and it's very portable. I take it with me anytime I go to camp and anytime I'm someplace else and I don't know whether they have an air pump or not, or even you see me use it to blow out filter. Granted, it's not as a high pressure one like the other one, but it did blow the dust out, and that's really what I want. I think next time I may have to build or buy a new air filter for that. It's about time. But other than that, everything went well. And once again, I want to thank you for viewing. Thank you for your time. I do appreciate your time. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If you haven't, think about it. It doesn't cost you a thing and you help an old man out. So share and like and subscribe and comment. All those help my channel grow. And once again, this is the old man with the plan. I'll see you later.